Hey there everybody, Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of Classic Album War. Today's battle is inspired by a concert that I saw last night. I happened to check out the Royal Affair tour at Bethelwood Center for the Arts in Bethel, New York. Okay, the original Woodstock site. And of course this is a tour that features Yes in Asia, Carl Palmer's ELP Legacy, and John Lodge of the Moody Blues, right? Power-packed quadruple lineup of prog legends, right? And I figured it would probably be a good idea the next day on the channel to do a battle between two of the major acts on that bill, being Yes in Asia. So what I've done is I've chosen the 1982 self-titled debut from Asia with that great Roger Dean artwork, and then 1 year later, 1983, the revamped Yes releases 90125. So two interesting albums. So a little bit of backup history here. So Yes releases the Drama album in '79, okay, with a kind of a really weird lineup, right? So John Anderson is out. In come the Buggles, right? The Buggles had that big hit video, Kill the Radio Star, okay? Trevor Horn and Jeffrey Downes, along with Chris Squire and Alan White. After that tour, the band kind of splinters. There's no Yes at the time. So Steve Howe and Jeff Downes decide to stick together, form a new band. They start talking to Carl Palmer from Emerson, Lake and Palmer. ELP's not doing anything either, right? They start talking to John Wetton. John Wetton's already out of UK, right? So there's nothing going on there. And before you know it, you've got this new supergroup called Asia, right? On the other hand, John Anderson starts talking to Chris Squire again. Okay, they decide they want to do something together again. Okay. Alan White's still on board because he's with Chris all the way, right? So Alan White's still on board. They start talking to Tony Kaye, their original keyboard player in Yes. All right? They start talking to a guy named Trevor Rabin, South African guitarist, vocalist, and composer. Before you know it, they put together a new band. It wasn't originally going to be called Yes, but the record company talked them into it. So then they put together Yes for the 80s, very different than Yes from the 70s, okay? 90125. Both of these albums, huge hits, okay? Each one sold in excess of 3 million copies. This one reached number 4 on the charts. A lot of hit singles, right? So you got, Heat of the Moment, Only Time Will Tell, The Rockin' Soul Survivor, Time Again, my personal favorite, Cutting It Fine, Wildest Dreams, Without You, Here Comes the Feeling. A lot of great songs on here. But a little bit different than the kind of normal prog rock we heard from all the members of this band in the 70s. Much more 80s pop focused with lots of proggy embellishments. But the great thing is it's a fantastic album. Well written out, catchy songs. Okay, you got just enough guitar work to keep it interesting, just enough keys to keep it interesting. Wetton's great vocals, Palmer's just uncanny knack behind the drum kit. A very successful album, and it's still an album you can listen to today, and it still sounds fresh. Really, really well-written album, okay, by a bunch of prog heavyweights in the industry who got together and did something a little more on the pop end of things, right? So, kind of similar here. So, the Yes that everybody remembers from the 70s, this is a completely different beast, all right? So, you got, Owner of a Lonely Heart, the big single, okay, It Can Happen, Hold On, The Amazing Changes. What the Changes is a great kind of like heavier tune for them. What else? Cinema, great little instrumental. Leave It, with all the different a cappella vocals. Very, very cool. What else? Our Song, City of Love. Whoever thought like Yes would be playing kind of like heavy metal riffs, right? Very cool. Just a really hearts, really both really good early 80s kind of pop rock with a prog edge to it, right? So both well produced, sound great. Still, these are albums you can still listen to today. They're still, you remember all those songs and all those melodies and the tight playing and everything like that. Are these like legendary progressive rock albums? No, of course not, but they were never meant to be. But by, a lot of guys who are really important to that prog genre. And here kind of going out of their element a little bit, doing something different for the turn of the new decade. And it really worked on both levels, okay? And last night, you heard a lot of stuff from this. We didn't hear anything from this last night, but something from the follow-up album, which was kind of different. But anyway, so which one do I like better? All right. I like both a lot. They both mean a lot to me. I think if I had to kind of put them against each other, I'm probably going to reach for this a little more often. All right, there's just some stuff on here that's just, God, it wins for me for changes alone. Okay, and there's some other really, really great stuff on here. I like It Can Happen. I really like a lot. Cinema's great. A lot of really, really great tunes on here. There is on here as well. So, pretty close battle, I think. This is probably kind of like a split decision type of thing. One judge goes 114, 114, one goes 115, 113, one goes 116, 112. So, split decision win for 90125. Again, would love to hear what you guys think because they're both really, really strong albums. Again, we're not going to compare this to Close to the Edge, right? We're not going to compare this to all the great King Crimson UK and ELP stuff. These are two different beasts right here, but they're great for what they are, right? So, curious to hear what you guys think. If you hop on over to our Facebook page, these guys are battling out on Facebook page right now in a poll, so go there and cast your vote. Otherwise, just jot down your preference here in the comments and feedback below. Tell us why you picked your choice, and remember, there's no right or wrong answer, right? They're both great albums. We all like what we like. So this is on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Of course, we're on YouTube often. If you haven't caught it, I did a live review just a little bit ago of the Royal Affair concert at Bethel Woods last night. So go check that out. And we'll see you real soon. Lots of good stuff coming up. Take care. Bye-bye.